So let's talk about branding gone bad. I think, we have had lots of giggles over the years, and there's some very public examples of branding gone bad in the marketplace today. But let's talk about why does it go bad? How can somebody mess it up?
There's a few ways. Well, there's a lot of ways, but the few main ways really are people forget their audience, or they forget what's good about their product or service, or worse, they forget who they are, let's say, or what they stand for and their values and all that kind of stuff. So if you forget your audience, for example, and I'm not going to get into the story around this, but Bud Light forgot who their audience were, who they were talking to, and they went completely off-piste, and when they didn't need to, and they've just wiped $6 billion off their value, off their brand's value. Right. And it's just forgetting 101. Who are you talking to, and who's your audience? Right. What do they want to hear? Why are they involved in your brand? They forgot. And
if you walked around the issue, which I'm not interested in getting into it, but if you walk around the issue, it was like a marketer trying to be cool, right? Yes. And it's like, here comes a trend, here comes and it's just, you got to be yourself, and it's easy, the emperor's new clothes. That's the marketing business. That's the branding business these days. And everybody's coming out, this person's getting a lot of clicks or a lot of likes, or this has gone viral or whatever else, or I want to look cool. Yeah. And sometimes these big ad agencies, they're more interested in winning awards than they are selling products. We've all seen the commercial.
Or selling you a new idea,
Yeah, or so, it's like, a great commercial, I forgot what it sold,
Yeah. But Budweiser's about cool Beechwood aged refreshment or whatever the language is. They don't need to go into representing minority groups or whatever they think they need to, because somebody's bored and they throw out a new brief or whatever. But then I suppose forgetting your product, actually, which they also did. But I was looking at Burger King closing down 400 restaurants in the last year. And I think it's because they forgot their product. They are, just like the Beechwood aged beer, they are about flame grilled burgers, but they have this kind of weird plastic masked king guy going around. And I think they've taken their eye off the ball of why people want to go there. Right. And now they're closing down restaurants. So that's forgetting your product, I suppose.
And to me, see, what I think happened there is that strange king-looking character was a reaction to Ronald McDonald. Yeah. Because Ronald McDonald's become the face of McDonald's for their charity work, right? Which then leads to kids' charity. And it's Kids' Meals is the horse that McDonald's rides in on. And so, and I think the reason you forget your audience and you forget your product is you get focused on your competition and you start competing with your competition instead of competing for your customer. Your existing customer, your previous customer, and your new customer. And ultimately, you forget who you are, right? Yes,
you do. And I suppose a really good example of this, and I'm trying to think of good American brands, and one of the best being Coca-Cola. They launched, I don't know if you remember this, New Coke back in the 80s. And they changed the recipe, called it New Coke, all this. People loved that brand so much, and it meant so much at the time. People were losing their minds. They were getting thousands of calls a day, people crying on the phone. They had to hire psychologists to talk them down, at the time. And they quickly just pulled the whole thing. And
I'm going to tell you a yarn here that you are going to think I am lying out my teeth. My sister Louise was a masseuse in Dublin for years at the Gresham Hotel. And the Gresham, as you would know, that all the famous people from overseas and everything else came and stayed at the Gresham. And it was the first spa in Ireland, okay? So whether Bruce Springsteen, U2 came every week, all the people who came in, actors, whoever came in, they went to see Louise Buffini. Well, the chairman of Coca-Cola, who was, by the way, had Irish family, he actually built a big museum in the Epic Museum in Dublin. He had just retired. And he was in Dublin getting a massage with my sister. And how are you doing? Well, I'm doing so great. And Louise, of course, gets into it. My sister, the Buffinis who believe you're entitled to your opinion. She goes, what are you doing with this Coca-Cola thing? And he goes, I know, it's a disaster. And then he said the words to her. He goes, our product is a classic. And what we've done is we've conformed to the culture. And she goes, and she starts saying, well, why didn't you tell people that? I kid you not. He went back from his own words and went back to Coca-Cola and said, we have a classic product. We need to promote it that way. And that's classic Coke and this
Coca-Cola
and
Classic, after that, yeah.
And it went out the window.
Wow.
And it's just, so I kid you not.
She didn't invoice enough for that massage.
Well, here's the thing. He said it. She just reaffirmed you're right, you know?
Sure.
But even we all need that. We all need that from time to time. That's why consultancy helps. You know, here it is like, I'm a pretty good marketing guy. I'm a pretty good promoter. Why do I employ Dead Reckoning for the past few years? Is because with every good coach, you're able to see things that I can't see.
That's the
You're
thing.
able to notice things that I can't notice. And some of it is, who's my audience? What's our product? What are we good at? Because it's easy to forget what you're good at, and it's easy to miss what you've drifted into.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you want more tips on how to think, feel, and do better, check out these videos too. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us a like if you enjoyed the content.